Hi everybody, we are back with part 3 of food organization. I will link part 1 and part 2. They're a little bit more about how I got organized with my fridge and my freezer. So part 3, I'm going to kind of take it from Sunday evening, I don't know yet because it's Monday morning for me, possibly till Wednesday evening, maybe Thursday. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's kind of giving you guys a real life look at how I took my food prep, my food organization, my shopping that I did, and oh, I don't have anything, what's in my freezer and what's in my pantry to kind of finish off the meals. So it's helping me. I have less cleanup to do. Last week I spent less on groceries than I have in forever. So let's get started with what our meals look like this week. If you watch part 2, you would see how I came up with deciding to have this for dinner. I had Italian sausages in my freezer, I had peppers to use up, I had some provolone cheese left, and I had some classico pasta sauce. The only thing I needed to buy was the sausage buns. So all I'm going to do is put some olive oil into the pan just to heat it up and make sure that the sausages don't stick. And then what I do is, you'll see me to the side there, I just take my sausages and I'm just going to poke them. So that way, whenever they're cooking, the fat can start to release from them. And this is perfect. There were 6 sausages and 6 buns, so it's going to be perfect. We'll be able to have this for dinner tonight, and then I will also be able to have leftovers. Usually I wouldn't cook 6, like 3 would be perfect, but since I was just using stuff up and I wanted to make sure that I had leftovers for lunch and to have something another night for my son, it just worked out. So now I'm just going to pierce the other side of the sausages, and then I'm just going to put my lid on to help steam them, keep the heat in, and just cook them a little bit quicker. So I've kind of been playing around with them a little bit and flipping them over, so they're getting a nice sear on them now. And what I like to do is I actually like to get the pan kind of hot, and then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of water and kind of deglaze it. I find it gets the extra little bit of flavor. It just steams them up a little bit too, so it just helps with the cooking process. So now that these are to the point that I like them, I'm just going to remove them, and then I'm just going to add the peppers in. So there's a little bit of water, and then you're going to have the fat content from the sausages too. So I'm just going to put the peppers in and let them cook down a little bit. Not too long, but I just want to kind of steam them a little bit and then get the flavor from the sausages and then the steam, like the water that I used to steam them, and it'll just kind of help cook them a little bit quicker. My peppers have cooked a little bit, and then I'm just going to take the jar of pasta sauce, finish it up. It was actually the perfect amount, so I'm just going to kind of work that into the peppers a little bit. And honestly, this is what happens whenever you have food organization. You come up with dinners that you didn't think that you had. I bought too many peppers, I didn't use them. I had half a jar of pasta sauce in my fridge that I didn't really have a plan for, and I had 6 Italian sausages in my freezer, and all I had to do was buy buns, and it just kind of came together. So in part 2 of my food prep, you would have seen me prep all of the produce in that, and it's already washed. It makes it a lot easier to do. So I'm just taking my romaine lettuce. I'm trying to clean up as I go too, and honestly, whenever your refrigerator is organized and everything kind of has a place, it actually motivates me to clean up as I go, and it's kind of a win-win situation. So for my son, he doesn't eat salads, so he's going to have grapes, and then I just have to cut up the cucumbers. I didn't go ahead and cut them because sometimes I use them for snacking too, because I love little mini cucumbers. So I'm just going to put them on top of the lettuce, and then I'm also going to just take the peppers and put them on top. And then for my son, I'm going to finish off a container of yogurt too. As you can hear him, he's with me downstairs as I'm editing. Real life, guys. I'm a mom and try to fit everything in. And this is part of the reason why I like to have everything cleaned up after dinner. It just helps me like be ahead of everything, and it really doesn't take that long. So there's so much that goes into food organization that really has a huge impact. So there's the 2 salads, there's the grapes that were already washed, here's the yogurt, and what I like to do, I just take the Olive Garden Italian dressing, I put it on, and then I just put a little bit of shake of the Parmesan cheese, and I find it's a really nice combination. So while that is being done, what I'm going to do is just get my sausage buns ready. I'm going to split them open, and then I'm just going to toast them a little bit and just kind of finish the process with the sausages, with the peppers, and then I'm going to finish up the provolone cheese. Actually, with the provolone cheese, I bought it like over the holidays, and I was going to make chicken parmesan or chicken parmesan sliders, and I never ended up doing it. So this helps me use up that cheese too. So I'm just going to put these into the broiler, just kind of brown them up a little bit and melt the cheese, and dinner will be ready. So now they're out, and I bought this little cutting board at Dollarama. I love it. It's perfect. Of course, I have supervisors. All the pups like to make sure I don't drop anything, and if I do, they make sure it doesn't stay on the floor very long. And I still didn't get all my groceries put away from the morning. I had bubble bath there. So for my son, I just cut his in half, and well, actually, I'm doing it for ours too. I just cut it in half. I find it's just a nicer presentation, and I don't know. I just can't wait to eat this. It is so amazing. And this is a dinner I really didn't have planned. It just kind of came up with going over my food inventory, my food organization, and look at, there we have a nice dinner. My kitchen is all cleaned up. I have a couple of things to clean. I washed that by hand, and I have leftovers for another night. And here's the finished product. Andrew's dinner is there, and then Steve and I had this, and this was really, really good. The salad helped to fill us up. It used the produce. I didn't waste it, and I had leftovers. I'm actually making a dinner for Tuesday night, but I'm also sharing this with my mom. Tuesday night, my son has occupational therapy, and we get home a little bit later, so I definitely wanted to have something that was easy and ready ahead of time. And then for my mom, I'm going to bring her a shepherd's pie too, because she lives alone and she doesn't always want to cook in that, so I thought that would be really nice. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef, and then I also took the mushrooms that I had. I ended up buying a really large package of mushrooms that I didn't really have a plan for. And then I was laying in bed the night before, and I had brought the ground beef up and the chicken, which I'll show you later. And I'm like, no, I don't have any cream corn. And I was like, no, I always use cream corn. And then I found a recipe to make cream corn, and I'm like, no, I don't have time for that. So I just decided to finish up the frozen peas that I have, and I added Worcestershire sauce, and I also added pepper. Normally I put the cream corn over the meat mixture, and then it kind of runs down, and it gives a lot of flavor, and it's really nice. So I'm just going to cook this down, get the mushrooms cooked down with the peas and that, and as you can see, it's really good. So I know everybody does things differently with their shepherd's pie. So I had a can of gravy in the pantry, so I just decided to add this. I've added gravy packets and stuff before to just kind of help enhance the flavor. And then my potatoes are boiling too, so I can use those for the shepherd's pie. And this is early Monday morning, so I'm trying to clean up as I go too, so I don't have a big mess because I still have to cook dinner on Tuesday night. So I have a couple of casserole dishes. This one here is for us. So I'm just going to put the meat mixture at the bottom, and what I would normally do is this is when I would put my cream corn on top, and honestly it wasn't the same. I know everybody makes it different. I think I should have added something a little bit more here. It was a little bit blah, and then I went ahead and made my mashed potatoes. These potatoes really weren't that great for mashing. They were russet potatoes, and usually I use golden potatoes. I find they mash up a lot nicer. So this wasn't the greatest dinner that I made. My mom really enjoyed it, so that was what mattered. And I used the mushrooms, and then I had a couple of things that I finished off too. I finished off the cream cheese that I used in my mashed potatoes, and then I also used up the peas that were in my freezer, so I didn't really have anything to do with them, and I just thought it was a perfect time as I'm kind of cleaning everything out. So I like to kind of finish everything up with parsley, and I don't know, it kind of looks nice. So that is it. That is my finished shepherd's pie. So I finished up the last of this whipped chive cream cheese because I didn't have any bagels left. So this one here is for us, the round one is for my mom, and then I had another can of gravy, so I gave a little bit for her and a little bit for us, and then we just pour that over the gravy. So I'm going to let these cool. One was delivered to my mom, and then we have the other one for Tuesday night. So now it's Monday night. I'm making dinner. I took out chicken thighs, and I found a recipe I wanted to make, but then I didn't feel like making it. So I decided to make this chicken curry. This is my mom's cookbook. She used to make this. And I had one package of onion soup mix, perfect. And I had a package of the sidekicks, chicken and broccoli. I don't buy this very often, but it's one of those things that I like to have. And when I have it, I really appreciate it. So very simple recipe. You could have just paused it to see. And then I'm also going to use the last of this extra fine whole green beans. I buy these at Walmart. They're $2. I absolutely love them. This is the finished product. It's nothing fancy, but it was so good. It's something I have not had in a long time, and I really, really liked it. So simple. I didn't really plan on it, and it just kind of came together. It is Tuesday now. I'm just kind of sharing with you guys my refrigerator again. I have everything organized. It feels really good. I just kind of reevaluate things every day. You know, if you work, you could always check the night before. So I just kind of see where everything is. I'm just kind of looking at produce. I cleaned up the new grapes. I still have stuff left for salad, so we're actually going to finish that up for lunch today with all of the salad stuff. And then I also have chicken left over, so that will all get taken care of at lunch. None of it will go to waste, and it was really good. So then when I'm down here, really, I have the shepherd's pie that we're going to have for dinner that night. It's not pretty. Like, it never presents well. So anyways, we had that. It was good, the gravy, and then we'll also have leftovers to have for lunch on Wednesday. So just a little bit of organization is really going to help me. And then the other thing too is I just kind of like look over everything on my refrigerator just to kind of see. Everything has just recently been done, so I really know what I have. So I know I'm going to need an extra thing of lunch meat. I opened up a bag of bacon bits, so that's in there now. This bacon was really nice. I have lots of cheese, so that's good. So I just kind of see if there's anything that I might need, and then I know whenever I look at the flyers. So I went ahead and packed my son's grapes. We still have a few raspberries left, and we're just kind of poking away at this fruit that's not our favorite. Oranges and apples are always eaten last, and then I have a bag of carrots still that I need to do something with them. So then I just kind of take a quick peek at everything, and then I just kind of, what I do now is I just kind of go on the sneak peek of the flyers, and I just kind of go through, write down everything I think that I could possibly pick up, kind of figure out what I'm also going to need for groceries. My relish is running low, but I think I have one in my pantry, so I have to take a look, and I'm getting that organized too. Lots of creamer, lots of apple juice. This peanut butter I bought, I really, really like it. It's the Creamy Natural from Walmart, and I'm pretty good for that. So I'm just going to kind of do like a rough list. We also finished that dressing at lunch, the honey mustard, so that's all cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is just kind of make like a rough grocery list with the flyers just to kind of give me some inspiration, and I'm going to do like a quick kind of meal plan just to kind of prepare for the week. Okay guys, I'm sorry this isn't closed in, but I'm just kind of giving you guys an overview. I will link this down below. It's part 1 where I kind of showed you how I kind of come up with it. So yesterday was Tuesday. What happens is we get the sneak peek of the flyers, and what I do is I go through, there's usually 3 stores that I kind of check. So I write down anything that I possibly think I would want to buy. I write down the produce sales, things I definitely want to get, and you know, things that it's a good price. Even if I don't need it, if it lasts for a while, I usually pick a couple up. So it's kind of the combination of buying stuff that I know that I'm going to use and getting them at a lower price. So then all I did was kind of do like a little bit of a brain dump, which I find really helps me. So we had dinner last night with the shepherd's pie and that. Andrew had stuff in the air fryer. So tonight I'm going to do Brinner. I'm going to do Brinner because it's what everybody likes to eat, but most importantly, I want to make pancakes tonight, but I want to make extras to have for the freezer. So it's a dinner tonight, but then I'm also working on a freezer meal. Now I had a plan for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have no idea because I I just don't know what I want to make. I just feel like I have so many options right now. But what I'm trying to do is figure out the best option. So Friday night, I don't know if we got a gift card for Christmas, so I don't know if we're gonna get takeout pizza, if I wanna make pizza, or just our son have pizza and my husband and I have something else. So I'm trying to figure it out. So with my freezer inventory, I brought up a package of ground beef, so I only have 2 packages of that left. And then I also brought up one of the packages of chicken thighs. So looking at my freezer inventory, I want to use this to help me pick out what groceries I need for the week. So I have a lot of pork chops, so I definitely want to do something with pork chops. So is it going to be like pork chops, potatoes, and a vegetable? That works really good because our son likes pork chops, and I can kind of put like a coating on, so they're kind of almost like a nugget, so he'll eat those. And then I can do it for leftovers too. My husband likes pork chop sandwiches, so I could cut them thin and have them for like lunch the next day. And the other thing I want to do is I want to cook a whole chicken. So what I'm trying to figure out with what I want to do for the whole chicken is, do I want to cook it for dinner and have it for dinner one night that my husband and I would like, so we could eat like the leg and the quarter and kind of the dark meat, and then save the white meat and make like club sandwiches and stuff. So that's stuff that I kind of think about. So it's Wednesday morning right now. It's not even 9:30 in the morning. So I'm just gonna kind of think a little bit about this. Just kind of look at what I did for my list, and I'm just gonna finalize my grocery order and then figure out my meal plan. And the reason why I like to shop on Thursdays is because it's the first day of the sale. And the reason I like to do it is because that is when you are going to get the best quality produce. I find they get their biggest shipment in because it's the day of the sale. So this is why I like to do my grocery shopping on Thursdays, because I find Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I get the freshest produce. Because oftentimes you go in like Monday or Tuesday, I find it's kind of like whatever's kind of left because they're kind of preparing for the next sale. So if something's on sale, you're going to get the best quality. So that's just the way that I do it. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a brain dump, kind of organize this, figure things out. And my goal this week, because I don't need too much at Walmart, I kind of want to go into Walmart. I haven't been in Walmart for over a month, so I actually think I'm going to try and do it all in one day because I'm organized with it now and it's not so overwhelming. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then I kind of call this the last day of my meals. So I'm really happy with the way that meals have gone. Sunday night was good. Really good. Everybody loved it, and the leftovers were great. Monday night was really, what do we have Monday night? Monday night we had the chicken, which I really liked, and even that little sidekick, it was nice to have it in the pantry. Last night we had the shepherd's pie, and then tonight we're gonna have Brinner, so I'm really happy. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we ate really good too, so this feels amazing, and this is just kind of the way that I organize it. So I'll be back to share with you guys my dinner for tonight and then my finalized meal plan and grocery list, so you guys can kind of see how it all kind of comes together. So I'm excited about it. Okay, I actually figured out my meal plan and I'm really excited about it. So tomorrow I'm gonna do pulled pork tacos. I have a pork tenderloin, and I thought that would be really good. And then we'd have leftovers for lunch and that. Potatoes and fruits. So what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight is I'm gonna roast some potatoes this afternoon, and then I can heat them up tonight for dinner and then again tomorrow night, so that uses that. And usually we'll have like some canned fruit. If I open up a can of fruit cocktail, everybody has it. So Friday night, Andrew's gonna have a pizza I just do it in the air fryer, and I'm gonna roast one of the whole chickens. I have a package of Swiss chalet sauce. It's a Canadian thing. And my husband and I will eat like the chicken quarters, so we'll take off like the legs and the thighs and the wings, and then we can dip it in the sauce. I can just throw some fries in the air fryer and then pick up a salad. So then Saturday night, I'm gonna take the white meat and we're gonna make club sandwiches because Andrew really likes that. And then I am going to, I don't know, fries or salad, something like that, something easy. It's Saturday night, and then fruit again. So Sunday, I'm gonna do a pot roast in the slow cooker because I like dinners to be easy, and I have a whole bag of carrots, and I'll have to pick up some new potatoes for mashing. And I'm gonna do a roast beef sandwich for Andrew, and I'm just gonna pick up a sweet potato so that way he can have sweet potato fries.
And from that pot roast, I can make like a soup with it. And I can also make like sandwiches like for lunches. So then Monday to Wednesday, I don't like to over plan, but I can do potatoes because Andrew likes potatoes, or I can do like something that everybody likes, pork chops, and then a vegetable. Broccoli is on sale, so I'm gonna pick that up. Andrew won't eat it, but I'll pick up like a zucchini. He'll eat that. And then I have a dinner of fish and chips that we didn't have this week, so I can do that, and peas, and then a night of leftovers or brinner. So now that I have everything, I'm just gonna make my grocery list and do all that, but that's gonna be in another video just to kind of regroup with everything. So I just wanted to kind of show with you guys how I'm doing it. So tonight, when I make the brinner, I'm gonna do the extra pancakes. So I'll share all of that with you guys, and then also make the pancakes for the freezer. So this is kind of how it comes together. Even though I'm making dinner tonight, I'm still trying to think ahead. So even though this isn't exactly going the way that I planned, the fact that I did a brain dump helped me kind of get organized with everything that I want to do. And then Wednesday, I have a good idea, and I'm actually excited about some of these meals. And then this way, Thursday, you know, Thursday to Saturday, Sunday, we have the freshest produce. And then Monday to Wednesday, I can use up some of the stuff that, you know, has a little bit longer shelf life. So that's it for the meal plan. I'll be back with our last dinner of this video.
Dinner got really busy. I didn't film it. So anyways, I didn't do the potatoes either. We just had other stuff. So I finished up this pancake mix. I bought it at Costco. I really, really like it. I like it better than the Kodiak cake one. So I finished that off, and then I have leftovers. So I'm going to be able to freeze those so we can enjoy them. Usually Andrew has them at a later time. So here it is Wednesday after dinner. My fridge is all clean, ready to go. My freezer is organized, and I'm already have my meals planned for next week. So I am ready to go get my groceries.
Okay guys, so this is kind of like my second part of dinners. I just do it my way, and it is what works for me, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So part 1 and part 2 will kind of give you the fridge and freezer organization, and this is how I kind of come up with dinners. Some nights I plan, some nights I don't. And I think the biggest thing for myself is, after years and years of meal planning, when I planned for 7 nights a week and shop for 7 nights of dinners, it was always too much, because it never happened that I stuck to all 7 dinners. Never. It's too much. So usually we'd always have a night of leftovers, and then we'd usually have a night of brinner, breakfast for dinner, and that would be my favorite. And lots of times I'm like, I don't want to cook tonight. Let's order pizza, or let's get something. Or I'm like, oh, I want to make something different, or I don't like what's on the meal plan. You know, I had broccoli for something. I'm like, oh, maybe I want to stir fry. And it's always good to change things up. But you have to look at what works for you, because everybody is so different. But I think one of the reasons why I like the way that I do it is I reevaluate, because I think the worst thing to do, especially with everything that's going on right now, is food waste. You know, we buy all the produce and that, we want to eat healthy, and we have the best of intentions, but every so often you're like, oh, I don't want that salad again, or oh, I've had salad for 3 weeks in a row, I'm kind of tired of it. So that's what I try and do. I try and use what I have, and then just kind of regroup. And I really like doing a weekly grocery shop. I like being organized. I'm visual. I like to see what is on my refrigerator. I like for everything to have a certain place. So, you know, I like to have a shelf where food is prepped. I like to have a shelf where there's leftovers. And I like to kind of have it on eye level to make sure that nothing goes to waste. Because if you're shoving stuff in your refrigerator and don't know what you have, you know, it might be time to just kind of reevaluate and just kind of take a little bit of a look and see maybe if something isn't working for me, or you make a meal that nobody liked and, you know, you think that it's going to be eaten and it's not. So, you know, you just do what you think is right for you, but just sometimes take it a couple of days at a time. That's what I like to do. I like to take about 3-4 days, see how it's going, and then kind of regroup. And it's what works for me. So I thought I would share it with you guys. You know, freezer cooking too. Some nights, if you're making something, maybe make a double batch, making extra pancakes to have on the weekends. Any little thing that you can do to help yourself, you will thank yourself in the future. So that's it for part 3, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed it. Part 1 and part 2 will be linked below. I will also link part 4 once it's done and up. And part 4 is my pantry, the big finale. The organization of everything will be complete with the pantry, and that is something I really struggled with just with the pandemic hitting. And I can't wait to get the last thing in my food organization done. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're new, please subscribe and comment down below. Let me know how you guys meal plan. I know some people plan like a month at a time. I've tried to do that. I can't do it. 2 weeks at a time, it's too much. Even a week at a time for me is too much. I kind of do it in 2 stages, but the biggest thing for me is I need flexibility because I know myself, and I'm not gonna stick to that meal plan, but I try and do the best that I can to, you know, eat at home and use convenience foods every once in a while, because you know what, life is crazy, busy, and we're all just trying to do the best that we can. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.